Hi guys, how are you all today? Welcome back to my channel. Now in today's video, we'll be talking about how you can wear revealing clothes outside and be very comfortable while you do so. For a lot of us, we want to add those sizzling necklines to our cards and those backless top to our cards, but we're kind of unsure about how we can wear these outside. And I, for the longest time, had these doubts in my head. While these things look really attractive, for a lot of us, we might not be the most comfortable while wearing certain things outside. If you are somebody who likes wearing these things outside and you're comfortable doing that, you do you. There's nothing wrong with that. I am completely in support of you, but this video is for those who want to know ways in which these garments can be styled and you can look more kind of modest and still rock the show. Before we start the video, I do want to clear one thing. When I say revealing, I don't mean cheap. It just means clothes that show skin, and depending on how comfortable you are with skin show, you can choose points from this video that you want to incorporate into your styling routine. And I really hope this video helps you out. If it does, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, and without further ado, let's get started. Generally, when I'm going out, I love to wear like a crop top or a bikini when I'm in that surrounding, but when I'm in a city, when I'm back home in Delhi or when I'm here, I prefer to kind of wear things that are more more structured, more formal, semi-formal, and even casual, but just not something that would show a lot of skin. And again, this is something that is a personal choice. You can choose to dress up however you want, but there are certain tips and tricks that I have picked up over the past couple of years that have helped me dress in a better manner and look more put together, even if I'm wearing outfits that are cut in a certain way that they show more skin. So how do we do this? Let's see. I'll also be giving you certain alternatives. So if you think that a particular piece of clothing does not look good on you, or you are not very comfortable wearing that, what other things can you wear instead of that that will still look really nice, will amp up your fashion game, your styling game, but you'll feel more comfortable in these things as compared to how you would be feeling in something else. So the first thing is to sort out your bottom wear. Now, for somebody who has a heavier bottom, I know shorts and skirts can sometimes feel a little uncomfortable, and you might shy away from people staring at you. You might feel a little uncomfortable. I know it's difficult to keep that unwanted attention away, and for most pear-shaped girls, or just in general girls who are heavier on the bottom, sometimes we get so agitated because of this whole gaze that altogether, like for me, I just kind of felt so irritated, I stopped wearing these things. And you don't need to do that. Instead, what you can do is, of course, wear these things, but also just to feel more comfortable and amp up your game, you can try long skirts. Over time, I've come to realize that a triangle shape or a pear shaped body type looks very, very good when dressed in a long skirt. What you can also do is incorporate garments that cinch at the waist and then flow towards the end. This includes A-line dresses, skirts, maxi dresses. Styles like slits and wraparound skirts, they perfectly enhance your curves, but they still have that element of modesty in them. Pencil skirts or pleated skirts are a good way to make your outfit more formal yet chic. My next tip is that of layering. Now, I've spoken a lot about layering in my previous videos, but can we ever have enough of layering? I don't think so. And when I say layering, I'm not just talking about the OG way of layering where you just wear like a cardigan on top of like a top or whatever. That, of course, you can still do. But this year we saw very unique and very interesting ways of layering. You can wear a spaghetti on top of a white collared shirt, and that was just something that was so unique. We also saw a lot of strappy tops being worn on top of full sleeve tops, and I think it's just something that is very interesting to look at, very fun, very unique, and very stylish in itself. It's somewhat like a mix of deluxe style with street style, and you can also play around with a lot of necklines. You can have sweetheart neckline, squared neckline. There's so much you can do, and just make sure that whatever garments you're wearing, they go well together. If you want a video on color combinations that go well together, leave your comments down below and I would love to make that for you. Also, this year I saw a lot of girls replacing the traditional blouse with more of crop tops and full sleeve tops, and I myself want to do something like that very soon. I wanted to do it on Diwali, but I wasn't wearing a lehenga this time, but maybe next year, who knows. If you're wearing a crop top on top of a lehenga, it's also a good idea because you wouldn't have to really cover it up. The dupatta in itself acts as a way of covering up, and also because you're wearing it in such a context, it looks a lot more modest, but you're still giving that little sexy factor, which I think is absolutely stunning. My next point is that of tummy tucking. But before I talk about this, let me again clear the air and tell you that tummy rolls are normal. Any female body is supposed to have a little bit of, weight on their tummy, and that's just how God made our bodies. So there's nothing wrong with that. So holding your breath in is completely unnecessary. You don't need to do that. Instead, just kind of look in the mirror and appreciate your body, praise your body. I'm sorry I'm going off track, but I just wanted to say this last year has just made us realize how grateful and how thankful we should be to our bodies, because our bodies literally survived a deadly pandemic, and the least we can do is kind of appreciate it. But my point is, if you're wearing something that shows your midriff, you can try these things instead. When you're wearing a top that's, say, a crop top, and you know that your midriff is going to show, a good idea is to wear something high-waisted. So not only does this conceal your bulges really well, if you want to do that, of course, it also kind of creates a very nice, very feminine figure of the body. You can do this with things like shararas, plazos, skirts, and the list is endless, but all they do is they accentuate your curves really well. So it's just a very nice way to still look very glamorous and very, very stylish and very sexy, but still have that modest tonality in your outfit. Before we move on to the next tip, I quickly want to talk about the 55-minute fashion upgrade workshop that I'm hosting. You can be a part of it. It takes 55 minutes to transform your entire style and transform the way people think about you, transform the way you perceive yourself. It is a workshop all about personal styling and self-grooming, and we also have a Q&A session at the end where you can ask me questions directly. It's a 1-hour workshop that will benefit you throughout life. The details are down below, so make sure you sign up, because I'm telling you, if somebody told me about this workshop when I was just new into the world of fashion, I would have been far ahead in my journey. Through this platform, I just want to help as many of you as I possibly can to be taken seriously in the workplace, to be taken seriously in life, for you to have a more confident and a good self-image. So make sure you check out the description box. All the details are down there. My next point is for those who feel slightly uncomfortable wearing sleeveless tops. Now what you can do is, of course, you can layer, that's one good point, but you can also get yourself detachable sleeves. Now earlier, I remember when I was a kid, my mom used to buy these suits that had detachable sleeves. So if we wanted, we could just go to the tailor, ask him to stitch the sleeves on, and the suit would just completely be like a new thing. Last year, Zara was selling these sleeves that looked like sweaters, but it was just like a sleeve, like just you wear it and this was it. It was just starting from here and going all the way like that. There was nothing here, nothing underneath. So that was a very nice cover up. I saw a lot of memes on that, but to be fair, I think there are so many ways that you can style that piece of garment, and you can wear it with so many different things, and it's a very versatile thing. Not only was that a very great way to blanket your sleeves, but also to kind of stay warm during winters and look stylish at the same time. Here I've seen a lot of people also sport balloon sleeves. So you get these extension sleeves basically that you can just kind of pull up, and with different kind of dresses you can wear different sleeves. So I see a lot of people wear black, white. It's just very common here, but I don't know if it's in India at the moment, but I will try to find a link and leave it down below. Or what you can do is just get these stitched as well. So all you need is some organza material, take it to your tailor, tell them exactly what you want, and work it out from there. So not only are you very smartly covering up, this can also add a lot of oomph and a lot of poshness to your outfit. My next tip, if you want to go untroubled, is to use body tape. Wearing revealing clothes or not is completely your choice, but an awkwardly windy situation is definitely not. What body tape basically does is it sticks between the garment and your body, and it ignores all of those gaps that you might find in garments. So when you're bending or whatever, the garment doesn't bend down with you, and there are no kind of awkward situations. A lot of the times our shirts also have buttons, and in between the buttons there might be flaps or gaps that people can literally see through. So to avoid that situation, I sometimes also use body tape on those places, just so that it's all nice and concealed, especially when I'm going out with friends for a party, and if I know I'll be dancing or something. I don't want, if I'm wearing like a bralette, or if I'm wearing a silky top or a dress, or if I'm wearing a top that's not got the most sturdy sleeves and I know it might just end up falling down or kind of drooping a little bit, I make sure I'm carrying body tape with me. You can buy this from Amazon, from Nike. I think it's in a lot of places. It's even in H&M now, so wherever you go you'll find body tape. And while we're talking about all of this, I also wanted to add a bonus point of wearing a spaghetti or a tank top or a tube top under garments that are sheer. Just make sure you're wearing a nude tank or tube top if you're wearing a white shirt top, because most people end up wearing a white tube or tank under a white shirt, and that more often than not shows, and it doesn't give a very, very appealing image. It doesn't look very pleasant, and you want to be carefree. All of these tips help you be more in the moment, because you don't want to be worrying about your top slightly falling off or your pants going down. These things should not bother you when you're in a nice environment, when you're having fun. And styling is one thing that you need to be careful about, but at the same time, it isn't something that you should pay so much attention to that you end up not having fun when you're out somewhere just because you're wearing something uncomfortable. So I hope this video helped you out. Once again, if you want to wear anything that has more skin show, that shows more skin, that's completely fine. That's your wish. And I think as women, we should support each other. So you do you, girls. But I know a lot of people are a little more conservative, a little more modest, and for them, I hope this video helped you out. You can again pick tips and tricks out of the video. You don't need to follow everything to the T, but I hope this video helped you in some way. And if you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Leave your comments down below letting me know if this video was helpful. What are your thoughts on this? Any other tips you would like to share? And make sure you subscribe to the channel because that always helps. I do post a lot of these videos very often. One last thing before I leave, I do go live on Instagram very often, and my profile is right here on the screen. So make sure you come have a look at my Instagram. I post a lot of OOTDs over there. We have a lot of chit chat. So I would love for you to join the family right there. And I'm going to see you next time. Till then, bye bye.